Hi, welcome back. In this video, we're going to be looking at yet another thing that has supposedly been caught on camera from AquaChigger's video, part 1 of searching for Kenny Veach. Now, I did not find it myself. It was somebody else on a different forum website who noticed it. So, we'll have a look at it, see what happens. Could be something, but, at the end of the day, the only way to know is to actually look at it ourselves. And I'm sure the expert Jay Silverheels, the man that seems to have a wide range of whatever, can maybe debunk it and, just resolve things, because that's what he does. Jay Silverheels is like a bat. Yeah, at times he's tone deaf when it comes to advice and a bit all over the place, a bit wacky. But, he covers quite a bit of stuff, literally, and seems to have a good understanding of the location environment. So at the end of this video, maybe as a comment, maybe a video, things can be added to this to help resolve things. Aside from that, it's almost like a bit of a zoo or a bit of a farmyard forming. You got Jeff Clark being called a penguin and then at one point being called a rat, don't know why. Jay Silverheels being a reptilian or something, I don't know. Really Robin being literally a robin, I think at one point. People being called ostriches, don't know why. Don't ask, just don't ask. Probably because certain people are burying their heads in the sand. We've got camels here, we've got camels there, probably bringing the elephant. I don't know. To be honest, if I'm being called an ostrich, I don't know why, because it's not like I can bury my head in the sand. Well, obviously because I'm inside, but there's no sand outside, there's only mud and soil. And yeah, you might be thinking at this point, what the hell is going on? What are we talking about? What have we got to at this point? To be honest, I don't really know myself. Anyhow, let's get into the main contents of this video, starting with AquaChigger's hike footage. And tell me if you can see anything.
We're at the next identifiable stop on Kenny's video, okay? And I'm just going to show you a quick clip from that video. But there's a square cutout right here, and the line that goes up looks kind of like a pyramid above it. And that's how we're going to know exactly where we're at. So we're standing right about where he was standing 7 years ago or 8 years ago. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll continue down the canyon. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll continue down.
So if you didn't quite make it out or it wasn't clear enough, no problem. It's kind of difficult to see, but nevertheless, I'm going to get a still screenshot. We're going to zoom in, maybe play around with the colouring and just see if we can make it any clearer and any easier to understand. So yes, the return of the hands-on live analysis, and for the first time ever, we're going to be using a different bit of equipment, if you want to call it that. That being the magnifier, with using a different device. I can scan the area and magnify it without losing image quality of other areas. Now, I probably should have done that on some of my other videos if I had the chance to. So as you can see, it zooms in and out. The area we're looking at is over this way and it's here. That right there. The reason why the odd person or so thought it looked a bit suspicious was because of the shape of it and that almost like perfect straight line going down the rock. So, zoom in a little bit more. Does it look weird to you? Does it stand out? Or is it normal? Is it natural? So yeah, kind of interesting. We'll just survey the area, see if anything else pops up. This might be actually useful for future videos. Let me know. Might make use of this feature. So there's nothing there, just this area itself. So what I'll do is I'll just mess around with the filters and see if we can make it any better. So now onto the editing part. As you can see, I've upgraded using different software now, so it might make things a bit better. We'll just see. So As for the lighting, does it really make much of a difference? Not really. We'll just kind of lighten it up just a little bit more contrast. That'll do. Highlights, shadows, try and black it out a bit. I'm going to try and run through it as quick and best as possible, so I'm not wasting your time. I guess at the same time, it's a good way of showcasing this editing software if you want to use it in the future for other, if you want to edit photos, pictures free of charge. It's Adobe Lightroom, okay? Right. Temperature, that really doesn't matter. And when I do edit the odd pictures and stuff, I tend not to touch the colours too much because that's what kind of ruins it and it becomes really unnatural, most of the time at least. We've got a texture thing. Smooth, keep it about there. Clarity. There we go. Dehaze. Right, we'll leave that one out because that's not centered in the correct area. And then final one, sharpening. Okay. So I don't know if it's helped much, but you never know. Noise reduction. Right, let's just keep it like that. So I think it's kind of worked. You can see in the background the greyness, and you can see kind of like that straight line. Who knows what it could be. And last but not least, just these preset default filters to go through. That one. That one. So, yeah.
This was put here. This was probably put here. And look at it from this side. Look at this.
I mean, based off the structuring of the rock and that almost perfect line going down, could you compare this in AquaChigger's hike video to Sean's hike video? Or the side of the covered M cave? It's got a line going down. Is it the same thing? Is it something similar? Now, it's a different location, so it can't be the same exact cave, obviously. But is there any similarity between the two? The way the rocks are? If people are still confident or still feel strongly that Sean's covered cave is an actual covered cave, well, it could mean the image on the right maybe as well, if there's similarities in the way they're structured. I'm going off it from that point of view. Tell me what you think down below in the comment section. In conclusion, you never know. I think realistically it probably isn't M-Cave related, most likely. But you could still make the case, the argument that because it might have certain similarities, characteristics, like with the supposed covered M cave, what Sean found, maybe like with the ceiling and, the straight line and, the way the rock's been cut, you might argue, is it some kind of hidden thing? Is something behind it? Has it been covered up? Not related to M cave, but maybe related to the military, or whoever else is within that area. So, yeah, as I said, I did not find this. I'm just relaying it, passing it on, so people who aren't aware can view it themselves, give their own opinions, and then the odd few experts or the people that might know more can at least clear things up or maybe add to it, because, another way if you want to look at it, this mystery is like a landfill. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of rubbish, a lot of trash, but you know what? You go through it all. Eventually you might find one diamond ring and it might make things better. well, obviously it wouldn't make things better, because if you don't know anyone or there's no one around and, you know, you haven't got anyone, it's pointless then. But that's a different story. So, yeah, you never know, we might stumble across something new, well, might turn out to be something important, which might lead on to something else. You know, another way of looking at it, this is a key point, actually. So people could say, oh, do we need to be looking at all this and all that? We should just go straight into that or straight into doing that and then case closed. Not really, because at the end of the day, if in a mystery there are several clues and you only find so many, and then you try and go in and then solve it, is it going to be as successful? Maybe not. Sometimes you've got to find all of the clues, because finding so many, they may not link together, but finding one further down the line might link back to one of the earlier findings, you know. So yeah, there you go, the little story time comparison, whatever you want to call it. There you go. So tell me what you think in the comment section down below, not of my weird story analysis comparison, but of the rock itself. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.